Hear ye, haters now in session, and you are now rocking with the finest, the most luxurious, the most notorious, the most scrumptious haters you ever seen in your cockpit life. And as usual, we are back in the haters den. Shout out to the Motivated Brand, themotivatedbrand.com, MH_Apparel1 on Instagram. We are back, the whole squad. Shout out to everybody that's watching on YouTube, listening on Spotify, Apple, Google. I think they took away Google Podcasts. But if you wait, we should look at Audio Max soon. But anyway, we come back. Make sure you subscribe.
Make sure you subscribe. Leave a comment. Hit the notification
send
bell.
Send notes to Colton. And, just, hold us down, man. We need it, man. We need it.
All the ratings, all that shit.
Yeah, I know the vibes. It's your boy Palm. AKA today, I'm going to be... Today, I'm going to be a fake black activist hiring mad white people to work for me.
Yikes.
Like, I'm for y'all niggas. I just can't, have y'all niggas handling my shit.
For us, by us, but for us, not y'all.
Yikes. You feel me? Exactly.
For us by whites.
That's funny that you use that because I was watching Shark Tank last night and I just noticed something crazy in the show. I watched Mark go mad hard to create a deal for these white people that they literally said were using the show as a commercial for their product that they already had
rocking.
Investors and shit rocking in this. They went mad hard to create a deal for these niggas. So these black dudes that came in with the perfect polo shirt, the fucking collar don't get the bacon neck, the shit was stain proof, resistant, whatever, all that shit. This is natural. This is not no spraying nothing.
Nice.
Everybody was just nah. Even this nigga Damon, he was nah. You feel me? I was oh, these niggas is kinda. This seems a little anti-black. I don't be seeing y'all go as hard to find deals for the black creatives as y'all do for the white people that come through with their cancer sob stories and shit like that. So Shark Tank kind of rubbed me the wrong way when I was watching it last night. Yeah, that Fubu shit just made me.
Yeah, Shark Tank rubbed me the wrong way. One, because it doesn't have any sharks, and it's not even on during Shark Week. So
you know what's crazy is
you already know
they don't have an actual Shark Tank.
Yeah,
not even on the show. That's not even a thing. That's a background thing.
Yeah. And I don't see any of them as sharks. Anyway, whatever. Today I am gonna be pink nipples. Because I can't stand pink nipples, man.
Those weird.
Oh no. Those
what are those? Nipples. What is that?
Those are terrible
What's
nipples.
going on? What is this?
Top 10 terrible nipples, man.
Pink nipples are scary.
And it's not 10 or 9 or 8.
It's not 10
or 7
or 9
or 6 or 5 or 4 or 3 or 2.
Yeah. Terrible nipples.
Damn. I'm back. I haven't been on for 5 episodes. I don't really think y'all gave a fuck. But I'm back on the show. You already know what it is. Today, your man Fred is gonna be. I'm gonna be Avery Bradley today. I'm gonna be Avery Bradley today because shouts to fucking Avery Bradley who's been playing defense, getting in the right positions to make the plays, man.
Right. So making jump shots.
For the fucking.
You don't need to make that. You don't need to make those.
Stop shooting.
That's not what
you gotta stop doing
it. That's not what
you doing. Just play the defense.
He's not even there for that.
He needs to be banned from taking shots.
We 4-1 and we about to be 5-1 after we run through the Spurs tonight.
That's what's up. It's Colton, and I think I'm gonna be KCP today because I'm trying to find a way to ruin the Lakers win streak. I'm just shooting KCP, whatever shot.
You'll get into him later.
I'm doing whatever I have to do to sabotage this Lakers season. As much as everyone else is carrying right now, I'm getting minutes regardless because Rich Paul's my
I got a theory on KCP.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about that later. We're gonna talk about that later. But I'm KCP basically right now. I'm running off with a check. So the first things first. We want to get into RP Pops.
Yo, man.
First of all, you know what? First of all, we gonna do the bang bang. Y'all ready? One.
Bang, 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 bang.
One time for Pops, man.
The legend. That's
Yo.
granddad.
Deadass.
That's fucking yo.
Real rap.
R.I.P. the legend.
And you know what's crazy?
Witherspoon.
This reaction is like how you know how you lived a full life. Where like
That's a fact.
it feels celebratory.
Yeah, because it's like,
You know what I'm saying? Like
first of all, Pop's been old since like we
was
known
young.
him. So
Yeah.
I,
He was
I,
literally
I,
like-
I just felt like this nigga is surviving and doing amazing shit.
And not only
Yeah,
that, but he
years.
was literally like, you know how like a person plays a character and they kind of stick as that character. Like his character is just always somebody's granddad or
Yeah.
dad.
But that was him.
So it's like, but that was him.
That's gonna be him.
But like that was him for everybody.
Everybody.
Like every black
Yeah.
person, like
Yeah,
they
man.
seen him somewhere and they just like, damn, we learning a valuable lesson right now, even though he
Yeah.
funny as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I got to what's crazy was a few months ago I was listening to his interview on Joe Rogan, and I was just really enjoying the interview, and I was like, yo, I feel like this is one of his last interviews. It felt like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it felt like he was on to something new, but he was kind of feeling like, you know what I'm saying? Like I felt like there was not much when he was talking about what he was gonna do. I felt like there was not much more for him to do.
Mm-hmm.
So starting at YouTube and doing all of that, I didn't feel Pops needed to do that. You know what I'm saying?
that's a fact. But
And
he
I'm
still
like,
did it though.
It felt, he still did it and got it rocking. And I'm like, it's crazy I had that feeling and this happens because it's like, yo, I was so happy just to hear from him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And to hear his son, you know what I'm saying, speak about his experience with him. And it was just a happy feeling.
And
like,
even-
around this whole situation, I haven't felt sad. Like, it was
But
just like, yo,
but that's also kind of, and could be a crazy like segue, but that also kind of speaks to like when somebody lives their truth and stays like a positive light in their community, like no one will ever slander. I mean, we kind of had this with Nipsey, so it's like no one will ever slander you if you are a real person and you stay within your community. And the same way you said, like, he didn't have to do a YouTube page, he didn't have to make albums and shit after it. He could have just basically just quit, called it quits, just went and retired and went chilled out. But it's just like we see realness in people.
Right.
Like we see when people actually enjoy what they do. We seen him go in his son's movies and be in his son's movies. Even though he's such a big actor, we've seen actors that have children and they don't even fuck with them, or like people who are mad big that have kids and they wouldn't even put a hand out to help them.
Right.
And he just did that off the love, had a YouTube page off the love, made an album off the love. Because it's like, this is shit that he fucks with and he wants to do. And he always fucked with his people. So it's like, why would we be angry or upset when I feel like we got like almost the best of him at all times?
I'm gonna keep it a band. I feel like Pops' death, John Witherspoon, again, rest in peace, was the first time I've seen the black community on the same page in mad long, right? Like we always celebrating or reminiscing about something specifically, and everybody was doing the same thing, right?
Yeah.
From Boomerang to Friday to the Wayans Brothers to the Boondocks, you know, so on and so forth, right? Everybody was just laughing, carrying on, and as a black person, you know you lived a full life if your life brings black people together when it's done.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Facts.
It's just crazy. So RP him.
Yeah, RP Pops.
R.I.P.
man.
Pops. I know they making a new Friday, so
And
I
Boondocks.
can't wait.
I want to see what they do for him.
I can't wait to see what they do for him in both Friday and Boondocks because he's a vital part.
I'm also
of both
happy
of
that
those,
hopefully they finish like rapping like
franchises.
them shits.
Huh?
Like hopefully they got most of like the work done before. Like,
Yeah, hopefully. But even if they didn't, and fucking in the Friday case, I know Ice Cube was gonna write him into that.
That's a
regardless.
fact. That's a fact.
So
that might give me the tear up.
Yeah, that's a fact.
yeah, fire shit.
That's real rap.
That ass.
We grew up with him, like, you know what I mean? I think, and another thing I just want to put out, I peeped the other day, we kind of grew up with him in mad generations of ourselves, right? So, like, I remember the first time I ever saw Pops was, like, on the Wayne. No, it was in Boomerang. The first time I saw Pops for me was, like, it was in Boomerang, roughly the Wayans Brothers, kind of same time, right? And then I remember, like, Fridays when I was, like, coming into my young teens, I'm like, oh, that's Pops, right? Then I remember watching the Boondocks, and it just always felt like every single part of my life, there was something that stood out. Yeah,
But it's crazy because he wasn't even only with us. He was with our parents.
Yeah.
Right.
Because my mom knows him from Boomerang. But she heard his voice in the Boondocks and was like, that's that dude from Boomerang. So it's just like there's too many generations that know who he is or know of him. Even like these young niggas know of him from the memes and shit. Like all the different it's just the impact of someone positive like that is always just mad fire. Yes. And like we just need like more shit like that, because I feel like a lot of black people die and it's always some fucking drama or some crazy shit going on.
Facts.
So that shit fucking sucks.
Speaking of drama, crazy shit going on.
Yeah.
So I wake up this morning and I pray first. That's the first thing I do. Then I go look at my phone, check my email.
Hold up, going too far. Going too far. Let's give him the backstory first.
Assalamu alaikum salam.
Okay.
They gotta get the backstory first.
It's a lot.
So, was that yesterday that happened?
Yesterday.
So yesterday, Trey tweets that
he didn't invent this.
He was.
By the way,
no,
this was already a topic that was kind of raging on.
Yeah, the topic was already a topic of discussion. People were talking about Solange and whether she was still married, whether she was divorced, whether she was cheating on old boy, that they became that last year, like y'all told me these were the vibes, these were the goals and all that shit.
Yeah, y'all told me that this was the relationship of relationships.
Exactly. So nobody's seen them together in a while. Everybody was questioning shit, whatever. So Trey chimed in and he said, if I'm not mistaken,
a joke.
All I remember, the first joke was just that like he was devastated.
Yeah, I'm devastated.
Yeah,
I love this person.
I said backstab.
I'm devastated.
Yeah.
Like that's what I said. Oh my god. No, one of the tweets was this is the second worst. This is the second worst news after Nip. Like, come on, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, like you was with a
It's like I feel like I've been bamboozled.
Yeah,
that's basically what his tweet was.
But even so, like I wasn't serious. Like I don't give a shit.
It was a joke.
Like
I
mean,
it was a joke. This is Twitter. That's what we do. We joke there.
Real quick to just piggyback. I'm gonna let you continue. Is I know you guys don't watch our show, and I'm only saying that because if you did, you would know that most of the tweets that we make about pop culture is some joke shit. You get what I'm saying? Unless we say we're dead ass serious, because we also take accountability. I don't know if you guys think we don't, but we do.
Right.
So laughing my ass off, because you guys use this concept. Yeah. Laughing my ass off after certain tweets is like, I'm not taking this super seriously.
Yeah.
Continue.
So then Fred chimed in, and Fred was like, "What's going on?" I remember seeing Fred like, "What's going on here with the Solange stuff?" Blah blah blah, whatever. Then
we're gonna let you get.
Now we can get to the
that's
news.
where it's.
All right, yeah.
This
So
is where
anyway,
things start going left.
I completely forget this happens.
Because when niggas tweet jokes,
we can't talk about this more until you talk about yesterday first.
What?
With me getting hit.
Oh no! Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So Fred then tweeted,
"What's going on?"
I don't know. I made a joke.
After what's going on, he made a joke. And did you tweet the picture first?
No, I didn't even. Yes. So I tweeted the picture because I tweeted. There's a white dude who I know who looks just like this white dude, because all white dudes look alike. And I was just like, oh, Solange is apparently dating my man's, and I put his handle, right? The white dude who I know.
And he did remarkably look just like him.
Just like him.
Right.
And I went about my afternoon. Right. So I go about my afternoon, and I'm at Trader Joe's doing my engagement thing, buying groceries.
Man's engaged.
You know. And I get a email. And it's just the subject is just Solange, right?
Jesus.
So I look down.
So he knows what's going on at this point.
So me, I'm like, fuck. So I open this shit. It's a simple email, very polite email. It's just like, hey, could you possibly delete, or not even possibly, they didn't even ask me to delete it. Could you possibly, put this out, this information, because what you have is misinformation kind of thing. Solange said this. That was it. Very polite.
Right.
I said, sure, I got you. They said, we really appreciate you. And that was it. So I'm like,
That's
man.
poppin'.
I'm like, shout out to the Salon Sheik.
Shout out to Shalon's team.
Fine.
You guys are
Very
real
simple.
stand-up people at this
Very
situation
simple.
right now.
Very simple.
But
Fast forward after that.
reverse, fast forward,
Right.
reverse, fast
So,
forward.
again,
we're gonna get to Trace Bar.
I enjoy my Saturday night after this. I play my Apex Legends. I do some work, bundle a little herbs.
Maybe some marijuanas.
Maybe some marijuanas.
Assuming.
Sue
Sue me.
Sorry, I'm a criminal.
Yeah, I'm a criminal.
Anyway, get up, make my wudu, pray, get my spiritual thing done because I like to center myself before, I embrace the day. I check my email, see what's going on in my email, and I say get an email. I believe it might have been the same subject like Solange from this person. So I open this email and I read it, and it's like very aggressive. It's like, hey, I work for Solange Knowles on her team, and that was her manager in that picture. So therefore, what you're saying is libel, and we will aggressively pursue this legally. Da, 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 da. I'm paraphrasing. This is not quote unquote. So for me, I take a step back and I say, hold on, wait a minute. I made jokes. I didn't tweet any pictures out. I never even referenced a picture. I never referenced the picture because I've never seen the picture. What I seen was something completely different, which we're not going to speak on at this point because clearly,
Clearly that doesn't matter.
we're not going to speak on that. It doesn't matter. So at this point, I'm kind of confused. So I see the email from like that Fred gets, and I see the email that I get, and I'm like, okay, maybe this person that emailed me is a fake person. So I Google the person's name. I'm like, oh, okay, da-da-da-da-da. So I Google the person's name again and find the Twitter page. I'm like, oh, this is a Caucasian woman. This is interesting. Why is this Caucasian woman threatening me? And I wondered if she was sent or, if Solange even knows, like, a white woman is coming at me, threatening me. And it made me feel some kind of way because that email wasn't directed to you that way, but it was addressed to me aggressively. You get what I'm saying? Like, I've never tweeted a picture, never tweeted a photo.
And I did tweet a picture.
And he did tweet a picture.
But I think for context, so it's interesting because, so you and I, you have a large platform.
Right.
And I have a large platform. We show up differently externally to white people, right? And this is just a real talk. Like my main picture is me like in like a suit jacket and like a whatever the fuck. And like a lot of my following is based in politics and things like that. And in my bio, I have an MBA and that I have a book coming out, so on and so forth. So one could assume I probably also have fucking attorneys and that I have a certain level of education, so on and so forth. It is a misconception that somebody else would not. And that is why you approach people in a different way.
Right. So that started to turn for me, and it started to make me ask questions like, okay, this person works for this person who stands on this platform, who stands for this. But me, a black man who's clearly making jokes, there's nothing intentional here. This is nothing I created. It's not a rumor I started. I got on at 2:00 p.m. This was already in full swing. Why are you threatening me? Out of all people, are you going to threaten everybody else that made jokes? I didn't take it seriously at all. And everybody's seen me laughing. Everybody's seen me making crying emojis and things of that nature. You get what I'm saying? So it was very odd that this white woman chose to come at you this way or come at me this way on behalf of a person that stands on a certain kind of platform.
Yeah, I mean, what's interesting is I feel like that to me was fucking crazy because Solange for me, and this is just real, like Solange for me, I always felt was like the epitome of like blackness, right? Like I'm like,
you want to think of an artist, if we need to think about somebody that basically will never release her integrity when it comes to certain shit. Like I think of Solange as that type of person.
Right. And I think also like when you look at, some of the history behind me, I love Solange's music, you know what I'm saying? And I've loved Solange, you know what I'm saying, more than I loved, Beyonce. Like I like to support her more so than Beyonce because I just love what she stood for and her platform and the things she spoke on. So it's like all right, cool, like, you have Caucasians that work for you, I get it. But you have Caucasians doing this on your behalf, in which they're being aggressive towards who they pick and choose to be aggressive towards. That's kind of odd for me.
So do you think that this is a problem with like, not to like blame Solange, but do you think this is a problem with white people, like in general?
Yes, I wouldn't say this is a
like,
Solange problem because this woman here is doing her job, right?
Literally
she's
doing
here
her
to
job.
protect the image of Solange, right?
But I'm sure she's not as versed
in black culture. So all white people aren't racist, but they have innate racism embedded in them.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So when I say that, I say they'll judge a black person differently depending on how they dress and how they come off.
That's a fact.
So essentially, you can make that mistake that this person may be ignorant, especially in the context of the jokes I was making. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So if you read those in a serious tone, of course it sounds idiotic because it is. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about politics. We're not talking about.
We're literally being idiotic.
We're
in
talking
that
about
moment. Because it's like.
We're talking about satire, and I take accountability in the fact that what you say affects others, right?
That's a fact.
And when you have a big platform, it may spread, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm very intentional in what I say and what I do. That's why I never spread the video I seen, or that's why I never spread any pictures that were sent to me, and that's why I never refuted anything in my mentions that disagreed. You get what I'm saying? Because if you disagreed, you took my tweet out of context. It wasn't for you to agree, it was for you to laugh.
But you see, that's my problem with celebrity and fame and all these things. This is what you guys wanted.
Right.
This is what you wanted. You did all that stupid shit with your stupid little photo shoot for your fucking wedding and all that dumb shit for attention. For people to be into your fucking union.
It's gonna happen.
And then you hide it and do all this dumb shit to like counter whether you cheated or not and all that dumb shit. But this is what you fucking wanted. You wanted this shit. So don't be mad when you get the shit that you wanted.
Well, one thing I will say is maybe they didn't want it, but it's gonna happen regardless when you do it on that scale. You get what I'm saying? So it's like one of those things where it's like
you wanted when you want attention, you don't determine what type of attention you want.
Right. For. But the one thing
you don't determine the type of attention that you're gonna get.
Fact.
When you out there screaming for attention,
you get whatever's out there.
Exactly.
But the one thing I will say, the only thing that I kind of agree with Solange, not any other party. Like, because the one thing I will say is that, like, she's Beyonce's sister. Let's keep it a buck. That's Beyonce's sister. Niggas are gonna ride for her regardless.
Right.
And not only niggas, white people too.
Right.
So somebody on her team probably thought that this could fucking hurt her reputation. So like you said, I'm gonna do my job. But my whole issue with like shit like that is like, if you represent something specific and like you have certain like a certain like fucking brand that I feel like especially is like a black brand, like I feel like when you want to deal with situations that you feel like are black people, like, and you have white people that work with you, you kind of got to tell them that like if something's gonna happen, you gotta let me know first. Like, if you're gonna react a certain way, you gotta let me know what's about to happen first. And if she did, then that kind of sends kind of the wrong message. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying because I don't know I don't know what happened. Because again, this is one lady or two different ladies that's part of her team doing their jobs. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like, this is me. I'm gonna say this is my opinion. If I have white people that work with me, I'd rather y'all not be seen or really heard like that. Especially when it comes to me dealing with like my black fans or black people that
especially if that's your brand.
Right, exactly. That's my brand.
But but you're right, and it was the same. It's even more egregious because it was the same person. It was Maggie something.
Yeah,
same person. So now we have precedent set in how she can speak to people and how she decides to speak to others.
Right. She don't respect.
So with that being said, I agree with you. I think if your brand is rooted in blackness, then you need to platform black people in a way that gives them the alignment with your brand, right? Because at the end of the day, I don't know who else is on Solange's brand except for this white guy.
Because here's the thing though.
And the white guy.
Because here's the thing. The nuance of a black woman would have approached it differently. Hey, I'm I understand you're making jokes and things is Twitter, but
this
is a black woman.
This is a black woman. You know what we go through. This is
you
black people. And then the second you like, I'm
gonna be like, yo, no problem. That's no problem. I got that.
The fact.
I got that after I made the jokes. You get what I'm saying? So if you don't post that way, yo, I get it. I fuck with that. But the fact that this person didn't have that nuance, so she approached it in a way using fear as if I would be afraid of any of the consequences of anything I say. I want to say this to anybody else that's watching. Me, wordsmith, if I say something, I mean what the fuck I say. If it's a joke, it's a joke. If it's serious, it's serious. If you feel you need to get a fucking lawyer and sue. I don't give a fuck about the law. I don't give a fuck about the police. I don't give a fuck about the government. What I give a fuck about is my people around me and if my niggas is good. My nigga, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Ain't no fear nowhere on this side. So that whole tactic can't ever be used. But diplomacy,
but
I'm with that.
I don't like the example y'all just used, like if it was a black woman. I don't even like that though, because if any dude that we know that is black and married is in the same situation and niggas is letting the jokes fly, the jokes is going to fucking fly. It's not going to be like, nah, he's a black man. We already struggle enough. Right. It's not going to be none of that.
Right.
So that shit has to be across the fucking board. I'm tired of people using the fucking struggles of each other to try to be like, nah, we can't joke on them. But you could joke on a nigga.
I feel like the one
we joke on Future all the fucking time for having 97 kids. That shit is the running joke.
It's Future ain't
we
never
joke on the niggas joke on Moneybag Yo all the time.
All the time, like niggas, these jokes is always.
But then again,
flying.
the one thing I will say about the Solange shit is like the only reason why I would say she's not wrong to try to fight her own narrative is like, nigga, it's your life.
Yeah, that ass. You never.
So like, you as a person trying to fight your own narrative, if it was Solange hitting niggas up, like, yo, stop that shit. It would be a whole different situation. Absolutely. You get what I'm saying? But like.
This wouldn't even be spoken.
This is literally a situation where you get somebody else that has nothing to do with that person.
She could even violate it. Like if she would have hit me, like nigga, delete that shit for I set it off on you, bro. Like
niggas would have understood
that's
that even more. Respect that more.
You fine. You black as hell. You
I like that gangster shit.
I like that shit. I'm deleted.
Yeah,
you feel me? I ain't no bitch, but I'm deleted.
But it's like if your brand is what it is and what you say and these people, it's not you. Your people are misrepresenting your brand.
Yeah. If your brand is what you say it is, because if I'm not mistaken,
and I mean, like if y'all don't feel that way, that's totally fine. But I feel like, again, an opinion, and I feel like this is like kind of almost universally true, is if you feel like your team can speak for you, even if they haven't really experienced your experience like that, then you're kind of misplaced when it comes to that. Because like if you're dead ass about a community and you want allies, like you're not gonna let your allies speak up for you at the highest level. Like you have some say in whatever like is happening.
This is your connection.
You know what I'm saying? But that's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna go as far as to say something that y'all might think is wild. If I'm Solange Knowles, and I fucking and this whole situation happened, and forget even the show that we're doing right now. If I feel like somebody weaponized the American legal system against black men over Twitter, I'm firing you. I'm firing you. You have to go, because that doesn't just show that you're misaligned with what I stand for. You don't even understand my brand that you're supposed to be representing.
That is a crazy vibe, yo. Weaponizing the legal system over Twitter is crazy. White women really never cease to amaze me with the levels of bullshit that they'll go through to try to violate a black man. Shit's crazy.
That's where we're at.
Shit is crazy, man. But hopefully they get their fucking act together, all right?
And again, honestly, like,
because you know what's really
if
crazy?
The whole situation is like that ass false. Like, apologize to Solange.
What's really
like,
crazy?
For the jokes, if they did actually affect on some level. But at the same time, like when it comes to like the apology shit, it's like a joke is a joke.
Yeah.
Like a joke is a joke. Even if you don't agree with whatever the joke is, Like, if the person expresses to you that this is literally a joke and it's not something serious, and you don't decide to accept it, that's literally on you. As much as that
Your prerogative. Everybody knows me. I tell jokes and I make sure my jokes are equal and even. So anybody
the
gets
crazy
my
thing
jokes.
is, if I would have made the joke, I wouldn't have got emailed.
Yeah.
And we all know that. Nobody's emailing.
I definitely would have got emailed.
Nobody's emailing me. Nobody's sending me a DM. Nobody's nothing. Because I'm on demon time.
It's weird. Oh, God. I mean, yeah. That too.
No watch, I don't see the time. Y'all know the vibes.
But it's also like a clout thing. So it's like people only really care about who has like more interactions and who gets more people to have more hits. So like,
I tweeted them shit, muted the tweets. I swear to God, I didn't think about those tweets again.
Because at the end of the day, like, you don't take Twitter seriously.
No, bro. I don't give a fuck about Twitter, bro.
And that's like really kind of my issue with like social media and like celebrities. Because at the end of the day, like, celebrities post shit